Take two, dink donk, bing bong. How you doing?
Dunk.
I like that.
Yeah, welcome to
Hello.
CineBoiz Podcast, part of the Corked Bats Podcast Network. If you don't know what Corked Bats is, be sure to follow them on social media at Corked Bats on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Corked Bats on YouTube, which is youtube.com/corkedbats, and corkedbats.com. We are the CineBoiz, the movie, TV, gaming branch of Corked Bats. You can follow us here on Twitch to watch live and keep up with us on social media at CineBoiz on Twitter and Instagram. You can also join our Discord with the link below. Guys, welcome to the stream.
Great to be here.
Don't get too excited. We got a real fun one for you guys today. We're not going to do a regular episode, so we're not going to do big ons. We're not going to do movie anniversaries, all the normal stuff that we usually do. No, today we're going to do something possibly we've never done before. We're going to do a tier stream. And when I say possibly never done before, it's very possible that we've done this 100 times, but it's a lot of fun and we still like doing it.
100 seems like a lot.
Guys, let me ask you this before we get started. You excited for Christmas?
Always.
When you think of Christmas, what's the first thing that you think about?
Movies.
Movies.
Music.
That's two things.
Lights. I think of everything.
He thinks of everything. Anything else you guys think about?
I personally think about kids in elementary school that beat the hell out of bandits trying to rob their house.
Yeah. You know what I think about? Boobies.
Oh.
As in booby traps.
Mm-hmm.
We called them boobies growing up.
Did we?
Yep, we sure did. Boobies. Everybody knew what you were talking about when you say, I love boobies. You were talking about booby traps.
Definitely.
100%. That's what that was. So speaking of what Kev said, and speaking of booby traps, today our tier list is we're going to rank and tier all of the booby traps from the Home Alone movies.
Do you know that Macaulay Culkin is now older than Catherine O'Hara was
Yeah.
when she was in Home Alone?
It's pretty upsetting, San Diego.
Isn't it crazy how time works?
Why?
I hate it.
How
Yeah.
time works.
My mom says, love Christmas. Can't wait for the Christmas Story Part 2. I watched it yesterday. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm kind of offended that they made it. To be
I
honest.
may not even watch it.
I probably won't.
There actually, I'll say this. For the most part, it's pretty not great. But there were like 2 or 3 scenes that actually made me laugh. And I was like, that's pretty funny. I'll give them that. So,
Okay.
there you go.
I just
Interesting.
feel like they trampled the memory of the original by even trying to make this. So,
Yeah, they really,
but I'm a purist.
yeah. If I know
I'm a
Kev,
purist. That's fine.
purist is the word I would use to describe him. Anyways, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do another tier list, but we're going to rank and tier all the booby traps from Home Alone 1 and 2. So let me go ahead and get this on the screen here. So the pictures might be hard to see, but here's the good news. We do have very, very well written out descriptions. And we're going to go in order. So if you look at your screen, you can see the pictures, and I'm going to describe what each one is, and we're going to go from left to right, top to bottom. So pretty easy to keep track. And so, yeah, here are our tiers that we have for you today. We have God tier. So these are going to be the booby traps that we think are just out of this world amazing. Or maybe ones that we think, like when I think of Home Alone, this is what I think of. We're going to have the ouch tier, which is essentially anyone that we see as, ow, that very painful, could die, that stuff. The next tier after that, we have the I'd fall for it. So the ones that we think are, hey, that's pretty smart. I'd probably fall for that. Or, I'm pretty stupid. I think I'd fall for that. And then we have the not too clever tier, which are the ones that are like, okay. Like, could have put a little more thought into this, Kevin McAllister.
Can we have a tier that's just like death? Like they should be dead?
Oh, I think that's
idea.
That's
ouch
God tier.
Is it?
Or God tier, yeah.
No, that's God tier.
Because you
Can
die,
we
you
make
go
it
see
God
God.
You go see God.
tier?
You go see
Oh.
God, bro.
Can we make it see God tier?
See God tier. Go ahead.
Because
I don't see why
my
not.
brother and I used to watch Home Alone, especially Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, and count how many times we think they should be dead. And Harry dies like 15 times in that movie.
Actually, I'm going to call it
Harry
the-
or Marv?
Sorry, Marv, not
Yeah.
Harry. Harry's a little smarter. Marv, not so much.
This is going to be the go see God tier.
Yep.
Because you did. But I feel like a lot of these are going to end up there.
Right.
And then we have the not too clever. So the ones that are like, all right, Kevin McAllister, you could put a little bit more thought into that. And then the
Son of a
bottom
bitch.
tier is the who would fall for this. The ones that just make these two bumbling idiots look even more stupid.
I just want to go watch this movie already.
I know.
Well, you can't because it's not. Well, technically, this episode is coming out after Thanksgiving, so it is Christmas time. You have permission
Treat
to go
yourself.
look at Christmas or go watch a Christmas movie now. So, anyways, so let's start. Let's get started. You guys excited?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
baby.
perfect. So we got 23 boobies, aka booby traps, to get through. Just love an odd number of boobies.
Ooh, look at Tom's butt.
Oh, Tom.
Checking me out.
Oh,
Pervert.
always.
So let's start with this first one. It's from Home Alone 1, and it's pretty straightforward. It's, Marv gets shot in the forehead with a BB gun.
Classic.
He's coming through the doggy door. Kevin just shoots him point blank. I'd go with not too clever.
I would say who would fall for this? Because
Well-
there's plenty of time for him to pull his head out.
Question though, this is like the first thing that happens to him, so he's not expecting this house to be booby trapped.
Correct.
Right.
So he's just trying to poke his head in to see what's
He's-
up.
So I
Yeah.
think I would fall for it, in all honesty.
I think I would
I
too.
honestly might be. Well, I don't know. I think I
Well-
would open the flap. I don't know if I would stick my entire head in. And also, I would leave as soon as I saw a kid with a BB gun pointed at my face.
Right. That's my thing is a lot of these.
I
and
don't
understand.
think though. In this case, though, I don't think you can pull your head up that quick without like banging it up
I'm with
against the
Tom.
side.
the
But
other thing
you'd
is,
still
too-
maybe not get shot. I'd rather bang my head against the side of the door than get shot in the face by a BB gun.
The other thing is, too, though, like coming from the perspective of Kevin, like not a lot of thought put into this one. So I would put it in the not too clever category.
I wouldn't even call it a booby trap. It's just a kid with a gun.
It's
That's just
home
good old-fashioned-
defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Good
good
old-fashioned
old-fashioned
home
American fun.
Defense.
Yeah, so it's not clever.
Agreed.
Can we
Yeah.
all agree on
All
that?
right.
I think that's where we are.
Okay.
I think that's where we
Not
are.
too clever. All right.
But some of us have admitted to falling for it. So who's the not clever one?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear Kenny's the not clever one.
I'm
but we
not.
can-
I've never claimed to be.
All right.
All right,
Fair
so moving on to the next one. This is from Home Alone 2. Marv falls through a giant hole into the basement.
God,
I
one of the
love it.
best lines in cinema.
Harry, I've reached the top. Wow.
What a
What a
hole.
hole.
So where do you guys think we would rate this one?
Nice
Oh.
hole, Bill.
Yeah, I think I would rate this one nice hole.
Can I add a tier?
I think for this one, it could be and should be the only one in this.
I don't know if I can add a tier. Hang on. No.
And
I
if
don't
we
have the
can't add
ability
it,
to.
I think it would just be who would fall for this, maybe.
You got to put. I'd fall for it. We
yeah,
don't. fall
I'd
down
definitely
the hole.
fall for it.
Okay, then
Well,
he's
yeah,
in-
we'd fall
he's-
in it, but like you open the door, you don't see a gaping hole in the floor.
It's a
I could
dark
see myself
house.
Just walking out. You're right.
Some
I mean,
people like
it's
gaping
dark.
holes.
It's
would
dark,
he
yeah.
falls face down on the concrete? Would he be dead?
Maybe.
I mean, I think you can make an argument for death in every single one of these,
Right.
but I would put
Okay,
this in
how
the-
can this not be ouch? He fell 2 stories and landed on his face.
I'd put it in ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I'd go for ouch.
that
Ouch.
would hurt.
Yeah.
It was definitely like a flat on his
Big ol'
on his
splat.
face.
All right, so
What a
ouch
hole.
parentheses, what a hole.
What a hole. All right, moving on. Marv has 4 bricks thrown at his face by Kevin from the roof of the apartment building, which Harry
Yeah.
This is
just
a classic.
Go
Home Alone
see
2.
God.
This is
Go
go
see
see God.
dodges. This is
God.
go see God.
Especially after the 4th brick or whatever it is.
Yeah. One
And he
brick
doesn't
would
just
kill
drop
you.
it, he throws it.
Yeah, he's
So,
launching it.
He's
like,
dead.
and
Mom,
it's like
Mom.
a 3-story building, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
How many fingers am I holding up? 8.
Go see God.
The
see
sound
God, yeah.
effects guy was in his bag for this movie because the sound effect that it made when it hit him in the skull.
That is a full
We're not even
Yoris.
watching it. We're laughing about it.
That is
Also,
Mhm.
Kevin doesn't get enough credit for his brick throwing accuracy.
he's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Like, he smoked Marv in the face 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
And then I love whenever they get up on top and Marv grabs one and goes, "Suck brick, kid!"
brick, kid.
You're going to see God if you get 4 bricks in the face, though.
Probably
just
just one.
One brick.
but especially 4. That'll overdo it.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on, the next one we got is also from Home Alone 2. Marv steps into a puddle of Monster Sap soap, slips, falls onto his back, and slides into a big shelf of open paint cans, which falls on him, covering him with paint.
It hurts.
But I mean, honestly, the amount of times that all of us have slipped on ice that we definitely saw in
Okay.
front of us, I think we all might fall for it.
Here's my gripe with this one, is that he slips and somehow the basement floor is slanted downhill all of a sudden. Like, how does that work? Normally you slip and fall and you just stick where you are.
Yeah.
I don't know. The
I don't
physics
know.
cheated a little bit on this one.
Yeah.
So where do you think we'd put it?
I don't know.
I like to think if I fell over, I wouldn't then somehow be covered in an
sliding
entire
forward.
basement's worth of paint cans.
Yeah. So who
But
would
I don't
fall
know.
for this, maybe?
I think at this point in the movie, you've got to be hyper aware of just things on the ground. Like, that's a puddle, probably like motor oil I should avoid, you know?
Not
So-
just only in this point in the movie, but all of Home Alone 2.
Yeah, this is Home Alone 2.
They've been through this.
They've been
before.
through this
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
Avoid suspicious puddles on the ground, probably.
They should be battle tested, but they're not.
They're pretty
Yeah,
dumb.
I think
So
I'm
maybe
I think
who
it's
would fall
fair.
for this?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, who would fall for this? All right. Moving on to the next one from Home Alone 1.
This
Marv
one's
gets hit in the
classic.
face with an iron that falls
Just
down
a
the laundry
classic.
chute after. I'm sorry, Kevin?
Just
Don't
a
you
classic.
dare interrupt me.
This is just a classic.
Marv gets hit in the face with an iron that falls down the laundry chute after pulling a light switch attached to the iron. It leaves a massive iron-shaped mark on his face.
I think this is I'd fall for it.
Yep.
I'd
Yeah,
fall for it.
100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Like it's
I'm always
early
walking
on.
around the house pulling on strings I don't know what they go to.
Yeah, it's early on. You just want a light to make sure that there's no kid with a gun
Yep.
because you've slipped down the stairs now. You've been shot in the face. You're just
Mhm.
looking for light. I'm pulling that string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
me
love-
too. Me
I
too.
love in the second one where he did learn
Yeah.
and he's like walking around this he's like checking everyone. That's rich.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I think this would be, yeah, I'd fall for it for sure.
Yeah,
I
fall
would,
for it.
I would get hit. But would I stand around and wait to get hit in the face with the iron? I don't know.
To me, that doesn't matter. You're still pulling the iron down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
And
Good
you're
point.
probably not like
Whether you avoid it or not.
right.
You're right. It is early enough that you're just kind of flummoxed by the whole thing. You're probably
Also, the fact that the iron never once like deviated from just falling flat and like
No
stabbing
spin.
him.
Mhm.
Crazy.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll put it in the I'd fall for it category. I think that's fair. Yeah. So moving on to the next one. Harry falls from a sod ladder. Home Alone 2.
Oh, I'd fall for it.
I'd fall for this one too, I think.
At what point in the movie was this? I'm trying to remember.
When
I
Kevin's
guess he
heading up
falls
to the
into it.
top and he's got this ladder that he like sawed halfway through.
Mhm.
And so it's stable enough for him to get up, but then the added weight of Harry and Marv broke it.
Yeah.
So here's
I'd
my
fall
thing.
for that.
Here's my thing with this one. You're in the second movie of him progressively working his way up a house. He's going to the top level again.
Okay. Well,
Don't you need to be suspicious of him? He's working his way up.
Well, I think for
no.
all the pranks in the second one, you should always just be aware by this
Sure.
point of any of them. But I don't know. You're in the moment and you're not going to think about a ladder that's maybe been sawed, maybe not.
yeah. Also, on top of that, you just saw the kid go up the ladder.
Right.
So you would assume that it's probably safe, even though he
That's a good
weighs
point.
less than you.
That's a good point, Kenny.
Yeah. I'd
So-
fall for it.
Okay. That's the best point made, I think.
Yeah.
I
good
watched
with
him
points,
do it
dude.
and nothing happened to him.
I'm good with points.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to the next one from Home Alone. Marv walks into plastic wrap covered with caulking glue and gets blasted with feathers blowing from a fan, causing him to look like a chicken.
And that's just funny.
I just
It's
freaking
funny.
love this one.
It's fun.
Why the hell you
Yeah.
dress like a chicken?
It's
Why the hell
fun.
did you take your shoes off?
It's like it doesn't even like fit a good like category because it's just great. It's just good old fashioned prank.
I for sure saran wrapped a bunch of door frames around age 10 after seeing this movie, and my dad was like, I don't know if we can let him watch this movie anymore.
He's home aloneing us.
And you're the reason I wasn't allowed to watch this that often growing up.
Yeah.
Oh man. I guess what category? Man, that's tough. Do we need to
I
edit
mean-
the
I
categories?
mean, I'd fall for it because the amount of times I just walk into a spider web.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
fall for it too.
I think I'd fall for it.
I'd fall
Yeah.
for it.
It's
and
a
then
good
I'd laugh.
harmless
I'd have a good
Yeah.
laugh.
I think
Yeah.
I think the I'd fall for it category are the ones that are like good pranks,
Mhm.
Right.
but they're not like
They're not going to kill you. They're not.
That's smashing
They're
you.
just
Sure.
above
If anything.
being clever.
Sure.
Mhm.
All right.
I mean, in the feathers, it's just an incredible touch.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next one. Also from the original Home Alone, Marv loses his shoes and socks while going up the tar-covered.
Hold on, what's going on here?
What?
this one makes me cringe the most.
Yes, I hate this one.
Oh.
Kevin, was something wrong?
No, I saw Mob's reaction and I thought something else
okay,
was happening,
okay.
but no, he was just freaking out about the nail.
All
Just
right.
the
So
idea of it.
Marv loses his shoes and socks while going up the tar-covered basement stairs and jams a nail into his foot after stepping
Yeah,
on
man.
it, causing him to fall back down to the floor and scream in immense pain. Ouch.
This is 100% ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
and a lot of his reactions might be overblown. This one is 100% accurate.
Yeah.
You step on
I-
a nail like that, you are freezing and just accepting your fate for whatever.
Dude,
lies behind.
that stepping on a nail like that make me want to go see God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
God.
like
Cut
the
my foot
close-up-
off.
The close-up shot that they show of him actually stepping on it and it like
Oh.
goes in.
Yeah, no,
Ugh.
this one this is one of the scenes in movies where I have to look away because it just
Yeah.
I can feel it when he does
Yeah.
it.
It's gonna give you the
He's got a
ouchies.
We've all done it.
I-
He's got a
I-
great
Something
yell
similar.
too.
I limp around the house after watching that scene.
Yeah.
I mean,
It makes me
you think Marv had a
thinking about
you
it.
think Marv had a tetanus shot? Probably not.
Probably not,
not.
dude. He's
Although
a,
he
no
was
way.
just released from prison, so they probably
yeah, they
keep him
probably
on some snacks.
probably gave him some boosties.
He's probably got some other stuff going on.
Yeah, they're probably tracking him right now.
Probably not wrong.
All right. So moving on. This is next one is from Home Alone 2. Harry tries to grab hold of the bottom rung of a fire escape that Kevin greased with Monster Sap soap, causing him to fall to the ground.
I mean, I'd fall for this one so hard. I'm not. This is early on in him trying to get into the apartment.
Right.
He just eats shit.
Like,
Yeah, but
Again,
I think you gotta.
it's in a dark alley, so he probably
Yeah.
can't really even see the rung is covered in the grease.
I'm falling for this one.
I think
I know
am
I
too.
am.
I think I would fall for it also, but I also am like, Kevin, that's not that clever.
It's not
dude.
that
It's
clever.
not super clever either. You're not wrong.
And I think this is more of a case of like going back to the broken ladder one a little bit earlier. This is more of a case where I don't have any context to think that there is or isn't tar on this ladder. So I should assume that there is something on it. So I don't know if I would fall for it. And I'm saying that because I'm really smart.
No,
But they also, at this point, they haven't gotten into the house and they don't know that this isn't his house, like they said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, why should they also assume that like
That's a good point.
I think I'm
because
sticking
all
with
booby trapped?
because they have tried to rob a house that was booby trapped.
Yeah, but that was his
their
house.
whole premise
doesn't
though is
matter.
this isn't his city and
Tom-
he's like lost and doesn't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
but
Exactly.
but if you rob a house that's booby trapped, going forward, I'm gonna take all precautions that all houses I'm robbing might be booby
I
trapped.
don't know. Not all of them have Kevin
I don't know.
McAllister.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Mm.
So
I think I'd fall for this.
What are we if we're not learning from our mistakes?
I think
I mean, they're idiots.
They're
I'm not
morons.
saying I wouldn't fall for it.
Marv
but
can't
I'm also
spell.
saying that Kevin, it's
I'm
not
with-
Kevin McAllister's best work.
ST.
I'm with Kenny on this one.
Okay, so me and Mom are basically saying not too clever. You guys are saying I'd fall for it.
I'm not
I'm
saying
not-
it's clever.
I'm
I'm,
not-
just saying
well,
I think
No,
we'd
no,
fall
not
for
too
it.
clever.
So there are three tiers here, right? I'd fall for it, not too clever, and who would fall for this? We're not saying anyone wouldn't fall for this. Everyone would fall
okay.
for this.
Okay.
It's not a clever.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Weird Adult says if I'm dope sick, I might fall for it. I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
I bet it's something. It's probably something clever. I was just over my head.
I think
Okay.
I can go with not too clever. Yeah.
I would go with not too clever also.
Let's do it.
I'm saying it's both.
All right.
Oh, I see what Weird Adult's saying. If I'm dope sick, I might fall for it. Ran out of heroin. Gotta get that heroin, baby. Weird Adult,
No,
you
I've
got
never
something to
done
say, man?
heroin,
Are you all
so-
right? Are you good?
Do we need to?
Do we need to have
put
an
you in contact
intervention?
with somebody?
Anyways. Okay, so we're gonna put that in not too clever. And then moving on to the next one from Home Alone, the original Home Alone. Marv slips and tumbles down on his back to the ice-covered stairway entrance to the basement. Excuse me. Falls on the
All
ice and
four.
gets hit in the head with his crowbar when he tries to get up.
I mean,
100% fall for
I've
it.
actually done this minus the crowbar, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Marv is a fucking idiot. He's
I
so dumb.
fell down my deck stairs last winter so hard in front of my wife, and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I just go, "No, I'm not okay."
I'm dead. I am dead.
Just fell down a story of stairs. Had I been carrying a crowbar, it probably would have hit me in the head as well. So,
Trying to break into his own house.
yeah.
Man. Where do we
Yeah.
put that one?
I think this one's just like, honestly,
Ouch.
I've fallen for it, but who would fall for this? Because it's winter and it's icy outside.
I
You
would
just gotta
put
be
this,
careful
I just
of
put this in
stairs.
ouch. Ouch.
It's
Ouch.
ouch.
It happens all the
It's
time.
ouchy.
Even if you are a,
Careful.
hardened northerner, midwesterner, wherever you're from, where it snows and ices a lot, you still fall on the ice. It doesn't matter how mentally prepared
It's gonna
you are.
get you.
So I would
Doesn't
just put
ouch
this-
have to come with some degree of like kind of advanced preparation on Kevin's part though? Because it's, I don't know.
I mean,
We're
he
just-
did do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he sprayed it with
Not
water.
advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sprayed
Okay,
it with
I
water and
mean-
froze. I say ouch.
I mean, it hurts. Those are concrete stairs.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
And then a crowbar.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, but the crowbar's his fault.
I'm
The crowbar's
he's
just
an
good
idiot.
old fashioned.
He's
just talking about in terms of the ouch factor.
He's
Oh,
an
yeah,
idiot.
It hurts.
All right, moving on to the next one
From
from Home
one of my
Alone.
favorites.
Harry's his head gets burned by a blowtorch when he opens the back door, and again he puts it out with snow, melting his hat.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
okay.
not go see God tier because you're not dying
not
from
gonna
this.
Probably
die.
not gonna die.
But
it is
dang
ouch.
Does that hurt?
Yeah,
It's
I put
ouch.
it in ouch. That's an oucher.
And it's not like, I mean, we'd all fall for it because we're just opening
I'm
the door.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm not
you're not
expecting a
expecting
blowtorch to be attached to the
I
door.
can
That's
say,
crazy.
yeah, I can confirm for a fact, never once when I have opened a door thought there's a blowtorch that's going to burn my head.
Yeah.
Never once. So it's got to go in ouch. Yeah. All right.
I agree. Didn't
Moving
he try
on.
and blowtorch him in the second one as well?
So he did, and we actually might get to it. At
We
some
might
point.
be
Okay,
getting
you're
to
right.
that.
Oh,
Kevin.
you're right.
Can you just calm
That-
down?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Calm down.
That actually is maybe one of
Hey,
my.
Kevin.
They're both hilarious.
Hey, Kevin,
Shut up.
calm down.
Calm
Shut
down.
up. I'll shut up.
Calm.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Shut it.
You
All right.
sound stupid right now.
Moving on to the next one. Marv steps
Danger.
on Christmas ornaments barefoot, making him scream in even more
Who?
pain when he comes
Who would
to-
fall?
Who?
Yeah, I agree.
Who?
You always look
It's a-
down.
It's a well-lit area.
Yeah.
He's coming through the window. He knows that there's shit going on in
And
this
he
house.
Been trying.
slams
Your
his feet down.
Your foot's
Smashes
already
it.
hurt.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he takes little tiny baby steps to step on as
Okay.
many ornaments as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Idiot.
He's dumb. Marv's an idiot.
I love
Harry,
him.
I'm coming in.
All right. So, moving on to the
Don't
next
worry,
one.
Harry. I'll get him.
Moving on to the next one, also from Home Alone. This is for both of them. Both get hit in the face with a paint can while going up the stairs, and it gets knocked off. They both get knocked off the stairs.
I mean, depending on how full that paint can is,
Could be God.
It could be God. You could be going to see God on
you
this
could
one.
be going to see God.
Well, with the combination of getting hit by the paint can
And then
and
falling
then
down
also
the
being
stairs.
flown off the stairs, like you might be going to see God.
Yeah.
I think it's God. Like,
any sort
'Cause
of
it's not
facial
just like-
trauma,
And it's not just like he lets it go.
no.
he
launches
throws it. Yeah.
There's no way you're not coming away at least mangled from that.
At the very least, ouch.
Yeah.
At the very least, you've seen the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You've
You
seen
you
that.
know what the afterlife looks like.
And like, you maybe don't go towards
You might-
it, but you've seen it. Yeah.
You might get to come back, but you know it.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on. This one is also from Home Alone. Harry's right hand is severely burned when he places it on the searing hot doorknob, which comes from an electric barbecue starter on the other side. Although
The
he puts
doorknob's
it out
red.
with snow near the stairs, it inflicts a permanent scar in the shape of a capital M, which can be seen in the sequel.
The doorknob's red.
Doorknob
There's
is
something
red.
about
Yeah.
his hand after he sticks it in the snow and you see like the burned flesh that gives me the willies.
Yeah, it's kind of
Every
nasty.
Like, oh my God. Because I know how much that hurts. That's a 3rd-degree burn, probably, that he just can't feel things in his palm anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
The doorknob's red.
The
Yeah, it
doorknob
is red. And he's been trying to get it in the house for a while.
I think it's who would fall for this?
I'm just like,
The
You
doorknob
I
see
is
the
would
red.
say
doorknob-
maybe not too clever, but
I think it's clever. Like you're protecting your house. My thing is if you see a metal doorknob and it's
Yeah.
red, how
Here-
many of us are touching that?
Here's a question though.
Or at
this
least
had
not
been-
like going-
If this had been real life, would the doorknob actually be red, or are they just doing this
I
to
don't-
like get you to think,
I don't
oh,
think
okay, it's
I don't
gonna
think
be
it would
hot.
be red.
We
It wouldn't be
watch
red.
him put the heater on it. Like we know what's going on.
Yeah, we know that, but like, would it actually be glowing red from the heat in real
Oh,
life?
no, of course not. But
Right.
Here's my
in the
question.
movie, it is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I
How
get
many-
you. I hear what
he's
you're saying.
I
already
get
been-
what you're saying.
He's already been blowtorched at this point, so he has to have his
Some sort of awareness.
antenna
that-
way, way
Yeah,
up.
And,
yeah.
and I get what you're saying, but I don't think in this case in the movie it's like the viewer gets to see that the doorknob's red, but he doesn't. You know,
Mhm.
like he sees the doorknob is red, and he's already had a whale of a time getting up the stairs. He's already been blowtorched.
Doesn't he look at the doorknob?
I don't know. In the
Or
second
he's
one,
like
he,
looking in the
tests it,
window. Yeah. He
but I
tests
don't think
it
he's even
after.
paying attention to the doorknob.
I think you're right. Yeah, I'm not falling for this after I'm
Who would fall
getting
for it?
blowtorched and see my friend shot in the face. Yeah.
The doorknob is red. I go
Yeah.
back to this. Anyways,
I think you're right.
who would fall for that? All right, moving on to the next
I don't
one.
know, but okay.
Moving on. From Home Alone 2, both of them get crushed by a tool chest that falls down the stairs. That's a big ass tool chest. You're going to see God, bro.
That
The
was
best-
the sound
the
of
best
a tool
part is,
chest
like, what
falling
is-
down the stairs. Yeah,
What is
they're
that?
getting closer to the door.
The best part is that the door just comes completely off the hinges and
Yeah. Well, maybe
Uh.
the door provides some sort of shock absorption.
Yeah.
I think it probably does. I think it lessens the blow a little, so it's possible that you don't die from this.
But it's a big tool chest, dude.
But it's like the biggest one you can buy. You're
Yeah.
not wrong about that.
Yeah, I think you're going to see God, bro.
And it's made of like
Mhm.
American steel. That tool chest.
Yeah. It's hefty.
Yeah. All right.
And it's a double kill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a double kill.
Yeah,
dude.
get some
Double
Yeah.
kill.
Double
Collateral.
kill.
Mm-hmm. Kill streak.
Slayer. Okay.
A Slayer.
Anyways, moving on. This one also from the original Home Alone. Both of them fall after swinging into a wall while attempting to use a rope to cross to Kevin's treehouse due to Kevin cutting the rope with a hedge clipper. This has got to be who would fall for this.
Who would
This
fall,
one's
yeah.
just
At this point-
absolute malpractice.
'Cause, like-
Don't they even
Criminal.
talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like they talk about like not going back down to the House of Horrors, but it's just like
Yeah.
he's not there to man those anymore. So
Yeah.
like just avoid this.
What
Yeah.
could go wrong if you're floating over 2 stories of nothing on a just
With a kid that's already just owned your souls.
Mhm.
poor judgment.
Yeah.
Poor judgment.
You're done.
From a treehouse.
He says you gotta call the cops from a treehouse.
Yeah, this one's easy. Who would fall for this? Maybe
Yeah.
the easiest one of the night.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
dumb. All right. And the next one coming to us from Home Alone 2, both fall 3 stories when Kevin ignites the rope that he was
Dead.
climbing down. It was soaked in kerosene. He
You
was
are
covered head
dead.
to toe with varnish.
I don't know.
Um,
Are you dead?
I
Your
think
legs are broken.
This
At
is
least
very
your
much
legs are
the-
broken. Maybe an ankle.
This is very much the classic, like, drowning in a pool that has flames on top of it. Like,
Yep.
you're not going
Like,
to, there's no way to not get hurt here.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you just
either
made me
you're
think
gonna
of the
get
scene
burned-
in Dunkirk when they're under the oil that's on fire.
Yeah.
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 That's brutal.
It's like that. But I would
Don't
say
they fall into a dumpster though? I don't think you're dying if you're falling into a full
you
dumpster.
fall,
No, it's
they
more
fall
like
on
scaffolding.
scaffolding, and then
Yeah.
it's the
And then
varnish
like a bunch
falls
of
on them.
yeah.
I don't think you're dead. I think you're in a lot
I
of pain.
think you're in ouch territory.
I think you're-
yeah.
I guess maybe it just depends on which point you're falling from.
3 stories.
If it's 3 stories, that could be dead. But
they
not
were
gu- not
they were
guaranteed.
already down the rope though. I
It's
don't think it's a
definitely
full
ouch.
3. I think it's an ouch.
Yeah,
I don't think it's.
an ouch.
I don't-
Harry?
It's a big ouch.
Are you wearing aftershave?
No, that's kerosene.
Kerosene. The rope is soaked in it. Why would anyone soak a rope in kerosene?
That's true. Why would they?
Classic
do that?
nitwits. I love those guys.
All right. Moving on to the next one, also from Home Alone 2. Marv gets electrocuted by an arc welder that Kevin connects to the sink while trying to wash off the paint, making his skull be seen briefly.
Just
Possibly one of the
hilarious.
funniest things in the movie.
I think you're gonna die.
He dead.
You dead, dude.
He's
Yeah,
so dead.
especially when he cranks up the voltage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that
agreed.
one's just if
You
we're
did.
talking about crimes, that's murder on Kevin's part. I think.
Kevin should be a convicted felon.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's premeditated murder. He meant to murder this guy.
Yeah.
Shocking him this bad.
Okay, so the next one, I think I got 2 of them mixed up. This is also the Marv steps into a puddle of monster sap, slips, falls on his back. Big shelf of paint cans fall on him.
What about the one where they throw the paint cans in the pipe off the stairs? Can we talk about that one?
Kev,
That's coming up.
calm down, dude.
Oh, I thought that's what you
Maybe
were going
pull
for.
up your resources.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at it, but the pictures are so small. How can anybody see this?
Well, we put all of them in the Google Doc. Remember?
No, I'm
Remember
not.
the
I'm
text I
watching the
sent
stream.
said
I'm
read
watching the
Google
stream in
Doc?
the chat.
All right. Anyways, let's do this one next. Both narrowly dodge paint cans swinging on the stairs, but get hit by a piece
See,
of
I was
sewer
right
pipe.
on it. I'm right on it. See, I knew what was coming up.
This one's tough. I feel like
You're freaking dead,
It's-
dude.
you're freaking
You're freaking
gonna
dead.
mean,
You
die.
got
big
hit by a
old-
lead pipe,
Big old column like that, you're probably
and
getting
you
your face
fall
crushed.
down into the basement afterwards.
Yeah.
Nice hole, Bill.
You're freaking dead.
You're dead, dude. You're so dead.
Yeah.
And if you tell me you're not dead, you've never been hit in the face by anything.
That's a good point.
What have you
All right.
been hit in the face by, Kevin?
Let's see. Recently,
Life.
life.
Bam.
Bills,
Yeah,
taxes.
Yeah.
bills. The U.S. government.
Yeah, dude.
What are you referencing? Everything.
Everything, dude. Life just smacks you. in
I've
the
seen
face.
you smash your knee into someone's face.
God, I don't want to talk about that. I almost blinded him.
Oh,
Jeez. Who?
why you gonna bring up those memories, dude?
We all had a friend who I was playing softball with, and he dove. I tried to jump over him. I kneed him in the head, split his head wide open, and then a couple months later, he was like, "My eyes twitching, and my vision's getting blurry." He goes to the doctor and is like, "Yeah, your retina's detached from your eyeball,
Oh.
so we need to fix that." And luckily, they got it, and he's fine now. But man, also, I don't want to like.
Relive that.
My knee hurt for weeks after that. So
Yeah.
I was limping around.
There it is.
Poor guy. Your poor knee.
Yeah, so I think I'm the real victim in this.
Of course.
There was so much blood.
It was disgusting.
I don't. Huh.
All right. Moving on to the next one. From Home Alone 2, Marv gets 3 staples shot in his butt cheek, groin, and nose from a staple gun on the other side of the front door. Okay, this is
This
definitely
one's
for
just
me.
funny.
I love this one.
Who would fall for it, though? I get once.
Was
but-
this the Home Alone 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm struggling to remember what point of the movie this is.
It's near the beginning of them trying to get in the house.
I feel like this is who would fall for it.
Especially once you like pull and like it just keeps like a string keeps coming, like just stop.
Oh, it's the string attached to the doorknob.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it's like wrapped around the
Just
staple
stop.
gun.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stop
I think just
doing it.
I think you avoid all doorknobs at this point.
Yeah. Doorknobs
If
are
you're-
just not a good. Yeah, just don't do it.
But I do love when he's like gets to the end of the rope and he like lifts his leg over it and like gives it a good yank. Soup.
Yeah, the
So
fact that
dumb.
he pulled like 10 feet of rope out before he
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, I'm still gonna open this door without getting
Yeah.
hurt."
Yeah.
Idiot.
All right.
Then he kicks it open and that's when he proclaims, "Harry, I've reached the top."
It's
What a
good
hole.
stuff. All right. Next one, also from Home Alone 2. Both are showered by birdseed by the pigeon lady and gets covered in pigeons, which peck 'em.
Yeah.
Their feathers stick to the varnish.
This one's just gross.
It's nasty.
I'd put it in not too clever, I guess.
Yeah, I
don't
think.
know.
I mean, there's not a lot to
It's-
fall for there. You're just
You're just getting
wrong place, wrong time.
assaulted by a
Yeah.
homeless woman.
Yeah.
wrongly assaulted. Well,
Yeah.
right. I don't know.
They should press charges.
Against the pigeons.
All right. And then
You think a pigeon in New York's ever been sued? Because I think there's a chance it has. I
maybe.
can see someone with a lot of money and be like, I'm suing this pigeon in Central
Mhm.
Park
Yeah,
for wronging me.
but the
and my
pigeon
family."
doesn't have money, Kevin. What are you going to sue him for?
It's
Okay,
about
I guess you're.
sending
I guess
a
you're
message.
suing the city of New York for its
That's
pigeon
more like it.
purpose.
Yeah. Sue the city of New York for the wild animals. I could see that
You let
happening.
these wild animals run around this public park.
Yeah. All right. So the last one I got
Shout
for
out.
you guys.
If you've ever sued a pigeon in New York, let us know.
Yeah. Please reach out. We want to hear your story. Last one we got for you guys. All right. This is original Home Alone. Both slip on Kevin's micro machines at the foot of the stairs.
I mean, just watch where you're going.
Watch where you're
Yeah,
going.
this one's
It's the
tough.
well lit house.
Yeah, it's very well lit. It's all over.
Devil's advocate.
Okay.
Okay.
We've all been razzled.
Sure.
We've all been, not in the right headspace, which these guys have been. And maybe we're not aware of all of our surroundings. And we've all stepped on, say, a dog's bone
This
or
is
a
true.
Lego or something like that.
Yeah, I do that all the time, actually.
So
Shit.
Counterpoint, though.
we can say be aware, but I don't know. If I'm thinking in the right mind, if my head's been burnt off and I've stepped on a nail,
Had my face
If you
smashed.
stepped on a nail, you're looking at the ground the entire time.
In that
Actually,
situation,
not if
though?
you're Marv,
Yeah.
because he stepped on the nail and then went into the window and
That's a good
smashed
point,
his
Dom.
feet down.
So he's just an idiot. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
we've
yes.
already established that Marv is an idiot. But
Yeah.
would we fall for it or would we not fall for it is the
I'm
question.
not falling for this one personally.
I don't think I would fall for this.
Like
I don't
they're
think I
they're
would.
easy to see. That's
Yeah.
the thing. They're not hidden by anything.
Well, I don't
Well,
know,
Knob did
Kevin.
bring a
They're
good
micro
point.
machines, not macro machines.
That's a good point. You make a great point.
But I
The
think
amount of times I've stepped on a dog's bone
All right.
or toy.
You know what? We can go not too clever. If I have, I mean, we've all
split the
stepped on
difference.
stuff.
Not too
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. We did it. We ranked all the boobies. Booby
What
traps.
about when
What about the
they've
tarantula?
got Kevin by the ankle and
Yeah.
he picks up the tarantula?
I was just thinking about that one.
I
Oh,
don't
that's-
think it's
That's
necessarily.
not pre-planned though.
That's just
like
self-inflicted.
That's
That's
just an
just-
adjustment.
It's just a
but
funny moment.
hilarious.
yeah.
Now we could say that Marv should be dead from, or no, we should say that Harry should be dead from Marv absolutely beating his ribs and
Crushing his
heart
sternum.
in from a
Yeah.
a crowbar. He hit him directly in the heart,
Right on the old
like
stern.
twice.
That's fair. Do you
Like,
guys have any honorable mentions? Did we miss anything?
Oh, the old man
Hitting him
smashing
in
him
the
with
head
the shovel.
Yeah,
Would that
that's a
count
good
as a booby trap though? I feel like that's
No,
more of an
we're-
adjustment. Like
At this point,
Yeah.
honorable mentions, I think, are just the violence that
Yeah,
happens
right.
around the booby
That's what I'm.
traps.
Yeah.
we always love to shout out gratuitous violence on this podcast.
Oh, we missed a big one
What's that?
where Harry freaking blows up because that he sticks his head in the toilet,
Yeah, that's what you're
blows up
getting
the
at.
whole house.
Because he does get the blowtorch
Dead.
again, and then he
Super
like
dead.
does a handstand over the toilet that has got
Kerosene.
kerosene in it.
Yeah.
And he blows up the whole block.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention, dead.
Honorable mention. Definitely go see God.
Go see God tier.
Yep, go see God. You stuck your head in a
I do
Boil of
love
kerosene.
just real quick the classic prank he pulls on the hotel staff with the inflatable,
Those
and,
bumbling
the
idiots.
movie recording.
And
That's
we
just
also have
funny.
to mention the star of the movie, President Donald Trump.
Oh yes.
Down the hall and to the left.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
no, to the
yeah.
left.
President Donald Trump. Stop
Mhm.
the steal, man. Should still be president. That's for sure. Not a political podcast.
No, we don't.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up on that then. On that note, guys, good hanging. This episode is will drop on the Monday after Thanksgiving. So if you're listening to it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, be sure to rate, subscribe, review, all that good stuff. Be sure to also follow us on social media at Twitter and Instagram. And check out corkbats.com. I know this is coming out a week after we're recording it, but I did just get a text during this recording that the site is back up.
Let's go.
So I hope you've been enjoying it this past week while it's been up. So there you go. Check out corkbats.com. Also be sure to follow Corkbats on social media at Corkbats, Twitter, and Instagram. Guys, you got anything else you need to say? Anything you got to get off your chest? I do. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe to us on Twitch. There you go. All right. Well, we're going to be, we'll be back soonish. And it's now December, so we're going to start getting it. Well, it's about to be December. We're about to get into our Tommy Awards. So that's pretty much what December is going to be dedicated to, are the Tommies, getting ready for the big night coming in January. So be on the lookout for that. And guys, I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.